everybody, Shawn Tubbs here with Revv. This isn't so much a demo as much as I just had an idea in my head where I wanted to see what the Revv G2, G3, and G4 pedals would sound like as preamps into the two notes C.A.B M. Now, what I had to do in the C.A.B M to get all of this to work was obviously pick a cab that I liked, but because these are preamps with no power, I had to pick a power section as well, and this does really great power section models. So I picked an EL34 power section. I was able to pick a Royer style mic, a ribbon style mic, and a 57 style mic to put on that cabinet. I did end up adding a little bit of room, or I should call it crypt reverb, just to give some width to the sound. I added just a little bit of EQ. I used a custom EQ curve, kind of like little bumps in the low end. I left the top end relatively flat. I think I added like 1 dB of 3K to get a little bit of sparkle up there. But it ended up sounding really cool. And the idea was I wanted the G2 to just be my clean preamp, like my clean channel. I wanted the G3 to be my solo sound and my solo channel. And then I wanted the G4 to be my crunch channel. And I wanted to leave them all alone as far as changing any settings for the different sounds, even if I switched guitars. Now, the thing I didn't do, and I guess at some point maybe I'll demo it that way, where the G2 is driving the 3 and 4, but I wanted to just leave it more as a 3-channel almost amplifier running direct into Pro Tools. And I thought I got some good sounds. So that opening sound, just to tell you how I arrived, is it's my PRS DGT neck position, and I split the coils. And the way this is set up is the gain is at about noon, and I've got the aggression mode off. And the reason the treble is so high is I wanted it to get really chimey as a neck position tone. I think if I were to be switching back and forth a lot on this, I might have turned the treble down. Still sounds nice. I just wanted a bunch of chime up there. That's about where I arrived on the treble setting for that sound. Now, the next sound that you hear is actually that Schecter Nick Johnson guitar. I used it for the opening kind of bluesy solo riffs, and I actually did that on the G4, and the idea was, can I do my strat tone on the G4 without touching anything? What I ended up doing, and I can do the equivalent on this guitar, is I had to turn the volume down a little bit. I just turned it down. And then as I got into the meat of the song, I went ahead and turned all the way up. And I thought that sounded great, and obviously I'm in split mode, but when we went to the crunch sound for the main kind of riff of the song, I just went to a back humbucker and left the settings. Now the aggression mode is in the off position. Now, without changing any controls at all, I could make it more aggressive. But I was going for more of a like vintage Marshall type of thing, maybe like a modern Marshall JCM. And then all I did was double it with the Friedman guitar P90 without changing anything. I just plugged in a different guitar, just like you would on stage. You don't plug in a different guitar into your amp and change all the controls to match that guitar. You're just switching guitars. And then for the solo sound, I used the G3 because for me it's got a little bit more compressed feel to it. And it's in the blue aggression mode. And I think I used, what guitar did I use? Was it this one? No, I think it was my my PRS McCarty 58. But either way, you can get the idea. Now I can make this more aggressive by moving to the red mode. So that's how I arrived at those tones. So once again, I'll just scroll through. This was my slightly broken clean tone. To my crunch tone. To my solo sound. So it really worked out great. I think this would be a great traveling setup to run direct into the console. Obviously, you can use different cabinets. There's all kinds of things you can do on the C.A.B that makes it such a versatile rig to kind of tailor it to how you want to sound. But I thought this rig turned out rather nicely. So that is what I did running the G2, the G3, and the G4 into the 2 Notes C.A.B M. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you next time.